Hello fam, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for tuning into this video. My name is Titi, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to prepare this delicious Cameroonian Njansa sauce. If it's your first time on this channel, please don't forget to click the subscribe button down below before you leave your comment in the comment section, and feel free to join the family. So all the ingredients and quantities used in this recipe are going to be left in the description box below, so please be sure to check the description box for the full details. So without any further ado, let's get right to this video. So right here are the ingredients I'm going to be using for this recipe. I have here with me some ground Njansa, I have some blended onions, some blended tomatoes, fresh tomatoes that have been boiled down and blended. I have some ginger, I have some fresh garlic, I have white pepper, I have pepper, I have some fresh pepper, and I have some green spices. So for this recipe, I'm going to be using chicken. Now, I always recommend chicken, pork, or fresh fish to be used for Njansa sauce. You don't want to use beef. Beef normally doesn't go so well with this sauce. So I'll recommend the three proteins I have mentioned: chicken, pork, and fish. Now, I'm going to just go ahead and, put the chicken in a pot and then allow it to boil down until it's ready. I must also mention that my chicken had been marinated in these ingredients for at least 6 to 8 hours. I did this earlier and kept it in the fridge before coming to boil down the chicken. So you want to marinate your chicken and allow it to, soak up all the ingredients and the flavors before coming to boil the chicken. In another pot, I'm going to be adding some vegetable oil, after which I'm going to fry in the fresh tomatoes paste. This tomato paste has already been boiled down, so it's as good as ready. So I'm just going to fry it to extract the flavor from the tomatoes. You guys know me and my flavor. I don't joke with building flavors when I'm cooking. So just go ahead, fry that, give it a good stir, and not in order for it not to burn. Then next, you're going to be going in with the blended onions, just adding the blended onions into the tomatoes. Continue giving it a good stir to avoid it from burning. So for the next step, you're just going to go ahead and add in the Njansa. But before adding the Njansa, note that I added some water into the ground Njansa to make it form a paste before adding it into the tomato paste. So you don't want to add your Njansa dry. You want to make it to be in a paste form before adding it into the tomatoes. Now, going back to our chicken, the chicken has been boiling for a while now, and as you can see, it's released its own juices. I'm just going to check that and then allow it to cook until it's properly cooked. Now, coming back to the Njansa, you can see the Njansa has been cooking in the tomatoes. So I'm just going to give it a good stir, continue stirring it, and then now I'm going to go ahead to add in some water. Add in just a little bit of water. You don't want to add in so much water to make it runny. You want to add in just a little bit of water, about half to 3/4 of a cup of water. Add it into the Njansa and give it a good stir. This is going to allow the Njansa to boil until it is well cooked. Now back to my chicken. The chicken is ready. I'm just going to take that out, place the pot on the fire, and proceed to fry the chicken. And then back to the Njansa. You can see that the Njansa has been boiling. I'm now going to proceed to adding in the ingredients. I'm going to begin by adding in the ginger, the fresh ginger. After which, I'm going to add in the garlic. Next, I'm going to add in the fresh pepper. I'm also going to add in the ground white pepper, and then lastly I'm going to add in the pepper. So guys, I want to mention that I have a video on my channel on where I spoke about Cameroonian ingredients and what they are used for. I highly recommend this video for you guys to watch it so you can better understand the ingredients I'm using in this recipe. Now go ahead to add in some salt, and then you can proceed to adding in your chicken stock. I'm going to just add in the chicken stock at this point. Give everything a good stir and allow it to boil down until the ingredients are all cooked. So while the njansa is boiling, while the soup is boiling, I'm just going to go ahead to keep frying the chicken. I'm frying the chicken till it's golden brown. I don't want it to be super dry and I don't want it to be too wet. So I'm just going to fry the chicken until it's golden brown. Now going back to the soup, as you can see, it's thickening up and the ingredients are cooking properly. I'm just going to go ahead to add in some green spices. So I would like to mention that this sauce can be eaten with rice, it can be eaten with ripe or unripe plantains, and it can be eaten with yam. Some people do eat it with miondo, so it can also be eaten with miondo. So guys, I want to also mention here that the green spices I'm using at this point is a combination of spices which includes leeks, parsley, celery, and scent leaves. We basically call that green spices here in Cameroon, or condiment vert here in Cameroon. So that's what I'm going to be adding into the soup at this point. But if you don't have a combination, you can just go ahead to add either the parsley, or you can add in the celery, or you can add in the scent leaves. It all depends on what you have. So after adding all the ingredients, I'm just going to allow this to boil down until it thickens up, and as you can see, the oil has come up to the top. I'm just going to stir it to make sure everything is nicely done, and then I'm going to be adding in my fried chicken later. So at this point, just go ahead and add in the fried chicken and give it a good stir, allow everything to cook down nicely, and your njansa sauce is ready. I want to also mention that the thickness or consistency of the njansa sauce totally depends on how much water you add into the sauce. It's always advisable to make your njansa sauce not to be so runny, and it should not be so thick as well. So try to strike a balance when adding water into your njansa sauce. That brings us to the end of this video. Hope you liked this video. If it's your first time on this channel, please don't forget to click the subscribe button, join the family, follow me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is going to be left in the description box below, and leave your comment in the comment section. See you guys in my next video. Love you all and remain blessed. Bye.